Hey, hey, how are ya? Heather with Velvet and Vines Design and my DIY studio. So come on in. I'm here for my little Thursday night rendezvous inside Craft Around the Clock. And I got, I don't know, like a minute or so before Tracy will probably get me just shared in, but I want to share myself around too. But come on in and say hi. We're going to do some late night crafting. I'm going to actually be decoupaging. I have a pickle jar and a wine bottle. And the reason that I want to doll these up is because in my shop, I display these bottle bouquets. I make them, for holidays, but they're also a class, and they're a pretty good seller for me. I have this one on a soap dispenser, but I want to doll up some some wine bottles. So I was doing this one, and then the jar, I keep my bridal bouquets displayed in them, and I want the jar to be pretty instead of just a jar. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're just, little easy peasy little crafting, hanging out. I want to catch up, see what y'all have been doing. It's been a week. So what y'all been doing? Hi Tracy, thanks for sharing me. Hey Cynthia, how are you? Now, I know you all know how decoupage, right? Like, this is nothing new. But we're just going to hang out, do a little something simple. Maybe you'll be like, hey, you know what? I have some wine bottles. I wanna upcycle. I wanna do something. All right. So, oh, I did not mean to do that. Holy crap! I shared myself into the private design school. I did not mean to do that. My bad. All right. I'm on my right page. Why? There we go. All right. Hey, Danae from Beaumont, Texas. So I went ahead and painted this one white because when you decoupage, you need to start with a white base. I'm going to paint this one white. And then I have some napkins. So this is what I'm thinking. I don't know which one I'm going to do on which, but I have this one. It's a pretty floral napkin. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking like the wine bottle for the floral one because it would be pretty with my bottle bouquets that I was just showing. I'm not sure. And then I have this blue and white, like, chinoiserie, because, you can't ever go wrong with chinoiserie. So we're just going to hang out mindlessly, paint this one white. We're going to dry them both, and then we're going to do some decoupaging. So I got my wine bottles actually from my DIY customers. So part of, when they come to DIY, I offer coffee and water, right? And I have snacks and stuff. You gotta have snacks when you craft. Well, I feel like you gotta have snacks for everything. But anyway, so I allow them to BYOB. So as long as they're 21 or over, they can bring alcohol. And when they're done, they leave their wine bottles, which is great because then I have things to craft with. So, win-win, right? Hey, Lindsay, what are you doing, you sweet thing? Hi, Irene. How you been? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening, hot stuff? How are the boys? How's life? How's your mother? So many questions. I'm excited to be in your event, too. Lindsay asked me to be in an event. I love it. My friends, I don't know if you all kind of knew, hey, Heather's been kind of in her shell a little too long. But between you and Misty and Stephanie, y'all have invited me to a few things, and I love it because it gets me to commit to hanging out and stuff, right? And where I would normally just not. I love doing that and being a part of it. So anyway, I don't have to go this whole way up the bottleneck because I am going to use jute rope. I like jute rope on the top. Hides all the imperfections, gives you a stopping point, all the things. Plus it's just fun to sometimes just glue it, just go and glue around and around, right? So what are some fun bottle crafts that you all like to do? I'm thinking about adding a bottle craft DIY. I already do quite a few decoupage, so I was like, I didn't want to necessarily do decoupage, but I don't know. You guys can give me some ideas for some bottle crafts? Be like my Pinterest. What you got? What you got for me? Hi, Irene. How are are you? We're just like late night crafting, so we're gonna dry this. It's gonna be a little bit loud, but tell me some of your fun bottle crafts that you like to do. I'm huge into like jars. I love jars. I'm a pickle fanatic, and I eat pickles all the time. I like dill pickles for my face, and so I have pickle jars everywhere. So I love using jars. I use it for using apples. I use them, like I said, for my bouquets in the shop, like my bridal bouquets. I display them. I use them to hold my paintbrushes. I use them for like embellishments and beads and buttons. You know what I mean? So loud. I don't know if I'm like just missing it or if it's just caught up or what the deal. I don't know. Or if you guys are just being quiet, which is fine. It's totally fine. It's late night crafting. If this were me right now, I would be home in my jams in the bed with my earbuds on, just chilling, snuggled in, right? So I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. You're back. Hey, it's getting meshy. How are you? Hey, I can see you all there. I can't see you on the iPad. So you have to kind of look up my nose though, because I got to get you in my bifocal to see what you're saying. Life is pretty good. Oh, there I see you. Still planning on working on. Okay. I mean, I'm sure you can't say it in the comments on a live, but I'm excited for you. You're such a sweet person. You deserve it. Right? I love to see like good things happen to good people. So hi Karen, how are you? Hey. Let's see. Liz, hi Liz, how are you? If you're new to me, my name is Heather. My business is Velvet and Vines Design, and then I own a DIY studio in my local area, and it's called the DIY Studio. Under my Velvet and Vines Design, I sell on Etsy. I make wreaths and floral designs and, swags and garlands and bridal pieces and all the things. I specialize in boho, and I really love boho Western. Like Western's my jam. So it's a little bit about me. I live in Maryland, but right on the border near Virginia, like right close to Virginia. In fact, my shop is right on the Maryland-Virginia line. Like I could probably like holler and somebody in Virginia could hear me right now. And yeah, so I sell my designs, and I also teach how to do floral design under Velvet and Vines Design. And then I teach DIYs here inside my shop, and I also will travel to businesses and stuff in my local area. I do like team building, like just parties. Some like restaurants will have me to do classes and stuff like that. So that's what I do here in my local area. You just do a little bit of a lot of things. So that's me and my whole little business. And so I appreciate you being here. I've been in Craft Around the Clock for a long, long time. And in fact, my story with Craft Around the Clock is that Miss Tracy actually totally believed in me before I ever even went live. So I applied to Craft Around the Clock to be a creator, and I had never gone live before. I know, y'all are probably thinking like, cart before horse. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We all don't have a recipe to this whole thing, right? Hey, Stephanie. You didn't realize you were on that page. Hey, Shannon. No, come in on your business page. Y'all come in on your business pages. It allows other people to follow you and see you. Hey, Debbie. Here was my friend Debbie. But anyway, that's the story. Like I at that time I worked in corporate world, and I had like I had some stuff that was on a podcast on LinkedIn, and I sent Tracy my LinkedIn. And she was like, totally believed in me and was like, okay, sure. That's, you know, kind of my start in this whole thing. So I really kind of got introduced to this whole community under the crafting world, even though I was a wreath maker. So I was a wreath maker. But anyway, I've been, I think, with the Craft Around the Clock for like 4 years now. I absolutely love this group. So if you are not in Craft Around the Clock and following it, I encourage you to. It's a free group. Tons and tons of live programming all throughout the day. All kinds of like crafts and arts and mediums and styles and techniques. Like you will learn so much. And just such a really nice group of ladies, right? And men. So check that out. And let's see, and then here you are, or here I am. It wasn't you two. I don't know. It's late. I'm gonna babble, because that's what you get when it's late. For me, I'm gonna babble. But anyway, got my start here with Craft Around the Clock, and I absolutely love this group. So I kind of had a little sabbatical, which was really just from my page in general. I think I did posts and stuff, but I just completely stopped going live. And anyway, I don't know, got a little bee in my bonnet, and I was like, I'm gonna sign up for some stuff and Craft Around the Clock. And I teach on Thursday nights inside the design school, the online design school that I teach in, the Candy Creative Design School. And I was like, if I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna go live too. So here I am. So that's it. That's why I'm here late night crafting with y'all. So I'm going to do projects. I'm going to keep this up. And I'm going to do projects, you know, that I need for classes, my DIY classes, to enhance my shop. Whether I'm just working on like some floral designs or something like that. So that's really what you can expect out of me. That was that whole long-winded thing to just say, hey, here's what you can expect out of me. You're dressed like it's cold here. It is. Hey, Ursula. Hey, friend. If it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't have ever gone. Are you serious, Lindsay? I didn't know that. Really? Oh, make me swell up a little bit. You're so adorable and so natural and so stinking funny. I absolutely love your lives. I love your stories. You always have a really good story about like the kids, which I can resonate with, right? Boy, mom. Well, I'm so happy that you do go live and you share so much with us, because not only do you go live, but you plan like events and stuff like that, and you encourage others who are newer to it and give them a space for that, a safe space. And anyway, just adore you. Hearts. Hey, Sue, in Virginia. I'm in Maryland. So what part of Virginia, if you don't mind me asking? I am on the Eastern Shore. So for Virginia, I'm close to Chincoteague, if you know that area, but I live in like the Ocean City area of Maryland. So nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. I just gave a whole long spiel about who I am and what I do. Oh, and I guess like personally, you know, so I'm a boy mom. I have 3 boys. My oldest son is he's just turned 26. My middle son just turned 20. And then my youngest son is 12. And absolutely love being a boy mom. I thought that I wanted to be a girl mom until I was an all-boy mom. So that's me. And I'm married, happily married. My husband and I have been married for over 20 years. And he's a goofball, and he totally puts up with me and my crafting. So there's that. You know what I mean? Like, can you really complain? I don't know. Now listen, he ain't going shopping with me. He's not there yet. I say yet. I don't know if he ever will be. I really don't know if I want him to be, because in all honesty, he like stresses me out when he comes with me when he's shopping. Like, I feel like he's just like a looky-loo. Like, look at me. Like, what are you doing? What are you getting? What are you doing? Right? I feel like he's looky-looing at me. I'm a little, like, fed up. He's probably thinking, could totally be watching the game or motocross right now. But anyway. You near Lynchburg. Oh, I love that area. Well, Sue, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. You're still kind of my neighbor. And if you ever come down to the beaches, you'll have to look me up. Do you like to DIY or craft or anything like that? If you ever come to the beaches, you'll pass right by my shop. I'm right on Route 13. You can't miss me. So that's, look at that. And so I know I'm here with some like really seasoned crafters and stuff, and I really learned a lot of my the tips and stuff for great decoupaging from some of my friends right here in Craft Around the Clock, but also from messing up myself. I am that person. I've kind of got to screw it up in order to learn. Anyhow, can anybody anybody feel that with me? But some of the things that I have learned most about decoupaging is that you get the best results when you rip, don't cut. I work in small sections, right? And if I need to like patch anything, or if anything rips or tears, I don't panic in the moment that it happens. I like just keep going and come back and repair. And I find that that is like just the easiest thing. I really don't like the medium of Mod Podge. That's my least favorite decoupage medium. However, I ran out of Duraclear. Duraclear is my favorite. It's a lot thinner. And if you're decoupaging with like napkins and things like that that have a tendency to tear if you use too much of your medium, it's more forgiving. I just love Duraclear. That's just my favorite. I love the satin varnish. That's my fave. But I ran out, plumb out, and the Wally World close to me is out. So here we are with the Mod Podge. Yes. Watch other crafters. Yes, Sue. They are great ideas. And just like in general, just it's like just fun to hang out, right? But yes, great ideas. And I love the themes. I haven't gotten in on any of the Friday themes. I tried, but some of the ones that I was able to do, they were already filled up because they're so popular. So really get in on those Friday themes too. But just in general, you know, it's like it's like a cold day, rainy day, you just don't have nothing to do or whatever, or you find yourself like just sitting around waiting. Maybe you're like getting your hair did or something at the salon, or your nails did or whatever, and you just want some entertainment on the phone, you know, on the tubes. It's just great to have Craft Around the Clock. Tracy does an amazing job. She takes a lot of time to make sure she gets people that, you know, does different things, and she does a really good job with the programming and all of that. So this is what I got. So this is what I meant by like, don't freak out. Like, so I got like a little spot there, a little spot there. You know what I mean? So I don't freak out. I just get it finished, and then, ooh, darn it, I forgot my sanding paper. See, it's always something. It's always something. I don't think I have a sanding piece in here. I like a sanding block or a sanding piece of paper, like a sanding paper, to get your excess off. But, well, you want to go for a little walk? Let's go for a walk. I mean, why not? Sorry. We're going to go get the sanding block. You're going to see, here, you want to see my shop? Come on. Let's go see my shop. I'm so sorry. This is typical me. Now look, I'm El Cheapo, so I keep all the lights off except for in the room that I'm working in. So let's turn the lights on. But I keep the heat down. When my husband comes here, he's like, good gosh, Heather. I'm like, well, you know, like, this is a lot of space. All right, so this is my DIY studio. So here, this is where I teach classes. So I let them pick their florals and stuff like that, and these are the tables that they sit at. There's a table of 6 there, and a table of 8 there, and then a table of 2 there, and then they have like ribbon to choose from and all the things. Okay, let me just get a sanding block, and here we go. Let's go. So sorry about that. My bad. But hey, you gotta have a little tour, I guess. All right, let's go back. I'm so sorry. If you're asking yourself, self, is this girl really that much of a hot mess in real life? I sure am. Sure am. All right, now let's sand. So this is where I want to take off the excess. And I'm sure you all know how to decoupage and do all these things, but just in case I have a newbie or I have one of my friends from the crew that's in here that maybe they don't decoupage, you know, I have some of my friends that come over from the design school, and you know, some of them are definitely master DIYers and do all the things, and then some of them are totally new to crafting. So it's great that they get introduced to all of you here inside the Craft on the Clock, because it helps them, right? Like, it helps them expand some of the skills that can help support their business. So, can I overlap? Yeah, you can. I try not to, because if you do overlap, like you can see right here, I overlapped a tiny bit, and you can see, if you were to stare at it, you can see that it's a little bit darker. So I try not to, especially using a lighter napkin like this. But so I try to do tears and try minimal overlapping. But if it overlaps a little bit, it's not the end of the world by any means. You like using paint couture? Ooh, I'll have to try that, Cindy. I've heard about paint couture and all that, but I haven't gotten into that. I have gotten some of the products from Mara with Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara. I've gotten like some of her transfers and molds and some of those kind of products, but I haven't gotten into like some of the those mediums. Like, there's the stuff that makes your paint look really cool. I've seen Mara use some of like some of those products that help like give you these really cool paint techniques. And Mara, if y'all listen, any of my friends, if you don't, especially the ones from the crew, if you don't know who Mara is, I just gave you her page name. Y'all go find her and follow her. She is so chic, and so, she does the coolest things. She'll like DIY a jean jacket or shoes or a bag or whatever, like just does the coolest projects. And I adore her, but she sells really cool products, like all the Prima, wait, no, not Prima. Hold on. Help me out, y'all, because I'm going to say the wrong thing. It's, oh my gosh. I can see the, what are the molds called? Is it Prima? You like the toy? Hey, Stephanie, what are you doing, friend? What are you doing? Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. I'm so sorry. But I am a space cadet. I went over 100 times like what I was going to do, and I forgot about the shaving part. You know, there's always something. All right, all I'm doing right now is patching in my holes, and I'm doing it with little pieces. And you can tell, like, it doesn't even like break up the pattern, even though I patchwork. That always is one thing that shocks my DIY students about decoupaging. When they have a little hole and they go to match it up and they're like looking for the exact flower of what they're patching, I'm like, you don't need to do that. Just like pick a little, just the size. It's the size. Just match up the size and rip it. And they're like, but it doesn't. I'm like, just trust me. Just put it down. Just trust me. And they're like, oh my gosh, you can't even tell. I'm like, I know. I told you. Just trust me. It's so forgiving. So that's one of my favorite things to teach. It's messy, but it's such a fun technique to teach people if they don't know it. All right. I'm going to get this top piece off, and it doesn't need to be perfect because I like to go around the top with jute rope. So we'll just keep it a little bit like this. So it's just like rough, right? And I'm just going to give it one more coat, and then we'll do the wine bottle. And I do want to pay attention to my time. Okay. Even though I'm the last one on Craft Around the Clock, I try to keep it Like, I know that I could probably technically go over and all of that. Like, I'm not hindering in somebody else's time, but I also want to, like, just be respectful that everybody else had to oblige by 45 minutes. And do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, I don't know. You know where, you get where I'm going with it, right? And then I'll make sure that I sign up for next week. I'm going to keep it up. I want to keep returning on these Thursday nights. And like I said, we'll do different projects, whether it's something I need to do here, like for like help decorating my shop, for a project that I have coming up. Maybe I need a sample for one of my DIY classes. That'll happen sometimes where I want to do a class, I want to introduce a new class, and I like to have a sample on hand, plus like, you know, photos for marketing and stuff like that. So I'll do that with y'all. And then just sometimes I might have like a design or something like that to do, an order. I have an order. So I'm going to set this to the side and let this one dry. And it does look opaque right now, but when it dries, it'll dry clear. The other reason why I like Doodles, what am I trying to say? Duraclear, because it just it looks clear all the time. It doesn't really look opaque. All right, so now let's do this one. Hey, what are you doing, Stacy? Hey, Lori. Hey, Giselle. IOD. That's it. IOD. See, y'all knew exactly what I was saying. I was like, why do I want to say Prima? IOD. Yes. Iron on design, right? Or iron orchid. Iron orchid design. It'll come at some point. All I know is I love their molds. All right, so look at this. Isn't that the cutest little napkin? All right, so this is going to be pretty with like a blue and white like bottle bouquet on it like this. Like when, oh my gosh, isn't that going to be so pretty? See, so much better than just like a wine bottle with the design on it. What are you doing, Giselle? How are things going? How's your daughter? How are the grandbabies? How's life treating you? This is 2-ply or 1-ply? I think this is 1-ply. I mean 2 plies. Hold on. Yeah, it's 2 plies. I just saw the package. I wonder if I can make this. I was gonna do jute rope on the top though, but I was wondering if I could use the scallops. You know what I mean? Like the scallop on that. That's cute. I don't know. Probably not. Anyhow. I've been doing that all day long. Dropping stuff. I did this, I was spray painting all of these canisters. And, you know when you spray paint and you kind of do this motion where you're just like, psh, 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 you know what I mean? That motion over and over and over, like, has my hand, it's like I can't hold stuff in it, just falls out. So like Lord, I am sore from the spray painting. Hey Jeanette, what are you doing? How you been? We're just going to assume that we're not going to use the scallop top because I don't think you'll see it even with the jute rope. So I'm just going to rip it off. All right. Well, I ripped that crooked. I can't even walk in a straight line either. Oh well. Okay, I'm just going to go right on in. And I like to do, on something like this, I like to kind of do a small section in the middle, lay the napkin down, and then work around it. So I'll show you what I mean. So I'll pick like a section like this in the middle. And then I take the napkin. So work that small area in, and then I kind of the napkin back like this. And then just keep working. Make another small section. I'll go ahead and finish this and go all the way down. How are you doing, Jeanette? How are things going? How's life treating you? I kind of disappeared for a little while, but I'm back. I mean, not like disappear, but it just, I don't know, I just kind of stopped doing lives. I think everybody just sometimes needs a little bit of a break, right? Or at least I get that way. I like the pattern. Oh, you know, you wake up on the right side of the green and it must be good. That's, my husband always says, you know, living the dream. Living the dream. That is so true. You get to the point in life where it's like waking up is a good thing. It's funny. Lori, how are the grandbabies doing? How's your granddaughter doing? I miss your face. Alright, I'm just peeling this scallop off so that when I come to do the meat around, like you won't see that strong blue when you know what I mean? When we have it laid down. I'm going to finish this side. Before I lay down the other side, I am going to go over top this edge with the Mod Podge. Normally I wait until I'm done, right? But where it's a seam, I'll go over it. Right, and then, oh, forgot about this part. Just kind of smooth it as I go. Minimize as much as I can on wrinkles. It is not wrinkle proof. It won't be, and I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. I always tell people, like, you're not going to have, unless you're doing the iron method, you're not going to have wrinkleless, a wrinkleless project. So that's what we got. And now I just have to get off the excess, right? So I'm going to pull and rip this one. I'm going to do my best to not have any holes, but if I do, then I'll go back and patch it. Right, there we go. So that worked out all right. So now let me go over this seam. Ooh, that was too much. Ugh, that was too much. That's what we got. So let's take off the excess. Good, they're doing good. Oh, I love that. Crew is like really enjoying homeschool. He's worked too fast. And you know how he is, right? Like everything is about a number and all of that. And so he's 6th grade and he's already into 7th grade material, and he doesn't want to work on 7th grade material because he's 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, well, what if I start my summer in April? Because he is literally almost done with his 6th grade classes. And he was like, and then I'll just take my summer break early. I was like, no, we are not doing a summer break from April to September. And he was like, what? So we talked about it, and he's going to take like 8 weeks, and then he's going to dive into 7th grade. Because I told him if he did that and kind of did that schedule, he could probably be working into 8th grade by the, like next Christmas. So yeah, he's doing really good with the homeschooling. He doesn't ever want to leave the house, but that's a whole nother animal, right? Which he's always been a homebody. He loves to be home. But anyway. Well, I love that. Yeah, that's your other way. Live in the dream. Yeah, that's what my husband always says. Live in the dream. Oh, gosh. All right. Oh, I missed my live. Where was I? Oh, what happened? I was writing comments. I just went to refresh. Bummer. Oh, there I am. Come on, Facebook. Like, what is happening with you? You're such a pain. Okay. There we go. All right. So now let's I don't know why I put the top on this. I have to seal this whole thing. And I need to do around this neck. So Ursula, you were asking about overlaying. This is one part where you would overlay, so you don't have that pucker. Like I go and I snip one side, I lay that down, and then I just lay the napkin right on top of it like that. So like here. So instead of just laying that down with Mod Podge and letting it being all wrinkled, I snip it, I lay down that side, and then I lay down this side, if that makes sense. And it is a little wrinkled at the top. I'm alright with it. And you'll never know that you snipped that napkin. You do that going around like that. So it's got a little bit of wrinkles, but see how that like all... Alright, now let me seal it. And then we'll do jute around the top. So I'm not worried about the top being like perfect. Could do diamond dust on this. I'm not, because remember I'm doing all these bottle clips on it, and I don't want diamond dust shed all over my shop, especially because I wasn't, but I recently, with that bad storm that we just had, I brought the dogs here. So I have a feeling that now that I brought them here and they were pretty good, like it could happen again, right? So I'm really careful about diamond dust with their little paws. But anyway, it would be cute if you did it as a craft that way. That's not bad. Sorry, I told you my hands were dropping stuff. I'm sorry. Nothing shattered. Let me get this lid off. Okay. I just didn't want this Mod Podge to fall. Sorry. But I am dropping stuff right and left. I better hold things with 2 hands because I'm dropping things. But anyway, that's what... Oh, look. Hold on. Oh. I messed it up. Okay. There we go. So that's what we got with this one. And that's what we got with that one. Where are we at with time? Oh. So let me dry these up a little bit, and maybe we can get started on the jute for one of them. Maybe we'll do the jute for this one. So let's dry it for a minute. So this is what little bottle clips. I'm going to display one here, and then this is going to hold my bridal bouquets here in my shop. You can't even tell how now that Layla, oh, real, see? You need to really try Decopauge. Yes, because you can make so many things. You can make signs for your wreaths, Ursula. You could do all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. It really is like a cool little, just something to do. It's great to make gifts. Like, you could change up the picture frame. It's really cool, like, my mom made me a terracotta pot with tissue paper from my baby shower when I had crew. It was a gift, somebody gave me a gift that had really nice tissue paper. I didn't even realize it. She snagged the tissue paper and made me a terracotta pot that I have to this day. So it's 13 years, right? So it's just such a cool little thing just to know how to do it, because you can make some of the coolest little like gifts, or you know what I'm saying, keepsakes, things like that. I had a customer that wanted me to make like a chinoiserie type of an arrangement, and she picked out this vase that was like actually a ceramic vase that she wanted me to make it in. I was like, I am scared to death to ship that. Like, scared to death. There's no way that's not gonna be shattered. It's just too. So I was like, wait a minute. Hobby Lobby had the same version, like same shape of that vase in a metal container. And I took a blue and white napkin, and I took that metal container, and it was already white, thankfully. So all I had to do was decoupage it. I decoupaged a blue and white napkin on it. She flippin' loved it. And then therefore it wasn't breakable because it was metal. So it gave her everything she wanted, the pattern that she wanted. But now I could make it and ship it to her and not worry about it breaking, right? So it's a nice little thing to have in your tool belt, you know what I mean? You just never know. Never know when you need it. Never know. I just have fun with it. It's like kind of messy. You know, I like making a mess. So, all right, so let's go around. So you can take like some jute rope. You can make little bottle hooks. You can do all kinds of stuff. Like there's just so much you can do, right? So I'm just gonna start a glue bead around the top. And I'm just gonna go around and make like a jute rope top. Now, for whatever reason, this glue gun likes to leak, so I'm probably gonna have glue all over my stuff here, but we're gonna figure it out. Oh, now you don't want to work. I see you. I see how you. Oh, there it goes. Oh, oh my gosh. It didn't want to work, and then it does. And I know glue guns are always so much hotter than a glue pan, and so I try to be really careful with my fingers when it's a glue gun. Oh. Man, hey, I know you get a double dose of me tonight, right? Remember I said I'm going to start going live on my nights that I teach. So I'm going to keep it up. Thursday night seems to be my night. I'm not much for conversation because I'm used to sleeping at this time of night. I am definitely a morning person. I'm more of an early riser. I'm less of a late nighter. However, when you are running a business and you're just trying to make all the things happen, you just figure it out and you do things that might not be what you want to do, but it's what you need to do. So, because a lot of times I'm here and what I'm doing, I feel like isn't really conducive for me going live, right? Like, how would it be? Like, me going live isn't just about me, like, turning on the camera and, like, being live, because that's what, you know, I should engage with you and show you things and talk to you and all of that. And I'm running around here doing, like, 9 million things. I'm never in, like, one spot. So I don't know how that would be, like, entertaining for you all. I'm just, like, constantly running around here. So I feel like this is just good. This is good for us to kind of just chill, relax, late night craft. And some of my early morning friends can just, like, this can be their replay. They watch over coffee, right? All right, we got a real good start now. I'm gonna start to. Did I get some of that napkin on me? I don't think so. I'm just going to wrap, and every once in a while, give it a little dose of glue. If you had, like, I do a lot of coastal stuff, so, like, you know, if you had, like, seashells or something like that you wanted to put on here, like, anything like that to just make it, like, cute, embellish. You could do dried flowers on the top of this, like, so many things. And I'm just going to keep taking this the whole way down. When you're working in your, I know, that's the other thing. I like to be quiet, or I got the music going and I am goofy. Like, I dance like no one's watching. I sing like I can sing, because I can't sing. That's why, like, in public, like, for karaoke, I will only rap, because I can't sing. But when I'm by myself, I can sing. I said, when I'm by myself, I sound just like Whitney. It's true. Well, except for when I want to sound like Stevie, because then I sound just like Stevie Nicks. I mean, well, except for when I want to, you know, sound like Britney Spears, then I sound just like Britney Spears. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can sing up here. But yeah, a little bit goofy. And plus, I get myself into some real pickles. Seriously. Like, I have, but you know what though? Maybe y'all would help me with that. Maybe you'd be like, you know what, Heather, I think that's ill-advised right now. I think that maybe you should put the ladder away. Maybe you would help talk some sense into me in some of those moments, but y'all, listen. Madonna? Let me some Madonna. What do you want to hear? A holiday? Oh, yeah. Material Girl? A material. Yeah. Okay. Or Vogue. Strike a pose. Let's just do it. Vogue. Yeah, I told you all. Love me some Cyndi Lauper. Don't be time after time in me. You know what I'm saying? It's a she-bop. Got to, yeah. Paintbrush, yes! Crafting and karaoke! Let's do it. Get him a box. This would be like, get him a box. And well, you know. It would. Oh, it's like is it Jimmy Kimmel? Isn't it Jimmy? Wait, is it Jimmy or is it Jimmy? Who is the Jimmy guy that does the lip syncing? And you know, like I would so love that. Like do the lip sync to the song where you do. That'd be so fun. We should do that. Can we do that? Can we execute that on the Book of Faces? Cindy is great. I saw her in concert. And that girl's still rocking it. I love me some Cindy. Sheba. Yeah. All right, we're getting there. I know. It's like watching paint dry. I'm sorry. You love it. Time. I know. It's one of my favorites, too. It's a really good one. Yeah. Cindy was the girl. I've been listening to some older stuff too. I've been listening to some Mr. lately. I don't know what it's gotten into. What's that other guy? That Chris guy? You can tell what I'm listening to because it's in my reels. You can tell what I've gotten into because it's in my reels. All right. There we are. Let's clip this. Now, I'm not going to put this bottle clip on this right now because it's still just a tish tacky, and I don't want it to lift off my napkin, right? I don't want it to lift off everything I just did. But look at what we just made. So we did this out of an old wine bottle, right? Oh, hold on, let me tack that down. All right. So this out of an old wine bottle. So it looked like this before. Looks like this now. And I didn't drink it. And then this is an old pickle jar. Now, I'm not going to make you watch me do this, especially now because we're over time. I'm actually took up too much of your time. But you can see what we did with the pickle jar. Now, this is going to hold my bridal bouquets in it. So the bouquet sits down in it. And then, of course, you know, so it looks pretty and decorated. But I'm going to wrap the top of this with jute rope just like the top of this one, right? Just gives it a nice little accent. And it's plain and simple. And then it also will blend in with my bridal bouquets because almost all of my bridal bouquets are wrapped with burlap. So anyway, nice little top to it. So that's what I'll do to that. I'll spare you the time, but this is what we made. So thanks for hanging out with me. Like I said, we'll be hanging out every Thursday night. Mostly we'll be around this 10 o'clock Eastern time frame. So we'll do, like I said, projects will be things that I'll be using around my shop, that I need around my shop for decoration or something like that. It could also be DIY samples for some of my DIY classes. And it could be, you know, just some like orders or something I'm working on with some of my floral designs. So it could be a little all over the board, but nonetheless, I'd love to have you. Love to have you hang out with me. So hope I see you next Thursday too. And if you see the replay, hey, on the replay. So thanks for hanging out with me. Yes, I am going to sleep good. I'm going to clean up. Jimmy Fallon. That's it. Jimmy Fallon. Girls just want to have fun. It's Jimmy Fallon. Thanks, Shannon. You could do the lip sync, but don't ask me to dance. I'll be your backup dancer. I mean, I'm not saying that it's going to be like, you know, J-Lo moves. I mean, because I hurt. You know, I'm old and I hurt. You might hear a little grunt or two with the move, but I promise you, I will give A for effort. But anyway. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, I appreciate y'all so much. Enjoy your Friday and your weekend and all the things. And, yeah, don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Make some good choices, right? Hi, Lorian. All right, y'all. Thanks so much. Bye.